Right, good day, grade sixes. I'm just going to go over the first worksheet that I gave you guys for lockdown homework, and we're going to mark it. So, the first question was, name these notes. So, the first note is a crotchet, okay, which is worth 1 count. I'm going to put that in brackets. Number 2 is called dotted crotchet. And it is worth 1.5. Remember, it's the original value plus half the original value to work out a dotted note. So the dotted minim is worth 3. Then the normal quaver, which is worth half. Okay. Then we needed to draw the rests. The 1 count rest is a crotchet rest. The half a count rest is the quaver rest. The 2 count rest is the minim rest, which is the hat. Then the 4 count rest is the semi-breve, which is the upside down hat with 4. Then music maths. Okay. So remember, you guys should understand the dotted notes by now. Original value plus half the original value. So this is a dotted semi-breve. Just give the normal value is 4. So half the original value is 2 plus the original value, so it actually equals 6. So 6 plus 2 plus 1.5. Okay, you can work that out on yourself. So 6, 7, 8, 9.5. Okay, then 3, 4, 5. Then these are quavers. 4 of them grouped together. 4 halves equals 2 counts. Remember, each dot is a half. It's just joined together. This is 1.5, so it is 3.5. Then 6 plus 6 is 12. Then we've got the rests on the other side. So this is a dotted minim, which is normally worth 2, but a dotted one is worth 3, then 1.5. So 3, 4.5. Okay, then 6 plus 4 is 10. Then 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2.5. Okay, so that's music maths. The only complicated thing is remembering your dotted notes on how to work them out, but it's very simple. Then the question of completing bars with quavers. So remember, when we are doing this, we're only allowed to use quavers. Okay, no rests, no other notes, just quavers, which is worth half a quaver. So remember, our quavers can look like this on their own, must have a tail, can be joined like that, and in twos. Okay. So we look at the top number, which is 3. So that is how many counts in each block or bar. Okay, so the method is first put the number of counts already given. So it's 2 counts there, which is a minim. Crotchet is worth 1. Dotted crotchet is worth 1.5. Remember, if you don't know your notes, you don't know the alphabet, you'll never be able to work it out ever. So you must learn your notes first. So 3 minus 2 is worth 1 count. So then we need 1 count's worth of quavers. So 1 counts of halves, you need 2 of halves to make 1 count. So it's 2 quavers. 3 minus 1 is 2. So you need 2 counts. So you need 4 quavers. Okay. So 4, 1.5. Okay, 3 minus 1.5 is 1.5. So let's first make it a whole number. So 1 quaver makes it equal 2. Then another 2 quavers makes it equal 3. Okay. Don't group your quavers in threes if it's in simple time. Then right at the end, there's nothing here. So you need 3 counts of quavers. So that will be 6. Group them in 2s and in 4s. Okay. Or in 1s. Right, then we have got compound time. Okay, compound time, anything over 8, which means we are counting now, instead of whole counts, half counts, as each is a whole count. So quavers worth 1 count. If I see 6 quavers here, then it's correct. 6 there, 6 there, 6 there, whether in rest form or other note form. So you've got to ask yourself, how many halves are in each note that I've already given you? That's your first thing. So this is normally worth 1.5. So how many halves in 1.5? 3. Normally a 1 count. So how many halves in 1 count? 2. This is just 1 half count because it's 1 quaver. 1. And then 0. There's no quavers there. Then the top number, 6 minus 3 is 3. So we need 3 quavers. Okay. Most people overcomplicate this. It's not complicated. It's much simpler than you think. 6 minus 2 is 4, so you need 4 quavers. Remember to group them in 3s and 1s. Right, then 1 quaver there. 6 minus 1 is 5. So we'll group 2 individually and then 3 together. And the last one is 0, so we'll group 3 quavers and 3 quavers. Okay, remember bar lines at the end of each time signature. Then we're moving on to rests. Only rests can be used. No other notes or quavers. Notes. Okay, only rests. So we do the same procedure. There's 4 counts in this bar. So how many counts are there in that rest form? 2. How many in the quaver form? 2. How many there? 3. And then 0. So 4 minus 2 is 2. So you need 2 counts, but in rest form. So you can do 2 crotchets, or you can just put another minim, which is worth 2. And 4 minus 2 is 2, so I'm going to do a different one. 2 crotchets also equals 2. Okay. Then 4 minus 3 is 1 count, so you just need a crotchet. Or you could have done 2 quaver rests, which is also worth 1 count. Then the last bar, which is 4 counts needed, a semi-breve is the simplest. Or you could have given me 2 minims, or you could have given me 4 crotchets. Right, then we're doing compound time again, but now remember we're doing rests. So 6 quavers in each bar. How many quavers are in the first note? 1.5 is a normal count. So 3 quavers goes in, 3 halves goes into 1.5. 2 goes into 1 count. 1 quaver, so it's just 1. 6 minus 3 is 3. So we need 3 quavers, but in the form of a rest. So the way to work it out is dotted crotchet has got 3 halves in it. But if you can't work that out, you'd rather use 3 quavers individually. It's still correct. It's the easiest method. That's calculating. Right, okay, then 6 minus 2 is 4. So we need 4 counts, but in rest form. So a minim is worth 2 counts. Remember, you're just timesing it by 2. So 2 by 2 is 4. 4, 5, 6, correct. 6 minus 1 is 5. So we need 5 quavers, but in rest form. So a crotchet would give us another 2. 2 halves there. Then a dotted crotchet has got 3 in it. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, correct. Okay. Or we could have done a minim and a quaver, which is also correct. Right, then the last bar, 6 counts, 6 quavers in a bar, so we need 6 quavers in rest forms, 3, we try and group them in 3s, 3 and 3. Okay. Then our last 2 questions. Add in the correct time signature. Remember, we're dealing with compound and simple. So when we are doing that, we're looking, are the quavers grouped in 3s or they're not? Or is it a fraction? If it's grouped in 3s or it's a fraction, then it's compound time over 8. So these aren't grouped in 3s. Is this a fraction? No, because that's 1, 1, 1. So it's 3 then over 4, which is simple time. Then these are grouped in 3s. Ding, ding. So there's 3 there, and there's 3 in 1.5. So it's 6, 8. Okay. Now we're only dealing with 4 and 8. Simple, compound. Then adding this up, it's 3, 4.5, which is a fraction. So that can't be simple. So then it's compound. 3, 6, 8. So then it would be 9 over 8. The last one, 3 whole counts, and 3 whole counts is 6. So then it's simple time, 6 over 4, because there's no fraction and there's no grouping in 3s. Then put stems on these following notes and change them into crotchets. Right, so remember the rules with stems is the middle line. Everything below the middle line becomes a D. Everything above the middle line becomes a P. Right, so let's just do all the D's first. Okay, middle line, you can choose whether a D or a P. Then all the rest of them will be P's. Right, okay. Then just naming the notes, we're going to do that as well as an extra little bonus. So remember our rule with naming notes is there's 5 lines. This is the treble clef. We draw little wings up and we use the poems every good boy deserves fudge. And between the spaces we use the words face. And then we just match accordingly. If the notes are off this grid, like for instance this, that's called a ledger line. And remember the order of notes, which is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And the rule is if it's on a line, then a space, then a line, then a space, it will be in that order going upwards. If it's going down the ladder, it will go backwards in this order. So we find the nearest note to that, which is F for fudge on the top line. So if that's on a line, the next one on a space will be G, because we're going up. Next one on a line will be A, so that would be called A. If we had that, it would be on a space, it would be B. If we're going below the grid, that note, let's do that one and do that one. Okay, so the nearest note below is E for every, which is on a line. Next one on a space, now we're going backwards, would be D. So that's D. Then we would go to line, which is C. Then we are going to a space. We go back to there, it would be B. The next one on a line would be A. Okay, so that's naming the notes off the grid. How about beautiful day?